I'm a Region 5. Ready or not, here I come, coming in hot. I'ma take my body for a spin.
Our second segment is now going to look at what Kaia decided to do in, I believe, 2018, but really fully, kind of committed all in after the 2022 Level 10 Nationals. You decided that you are going to go and compete for Finland, and that I don't know how this decision became about. I know your parents, your dad was a Finnish gymnast, as well as your uncle, won a high bar gold, I believe, or high bar medal in the 97 Worlds, 1997 Worlds. Yeah. Am I right? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure. But what made you decide first to compete for Finland, besides that your family is Finnish?
I don't even know, because it really wasn't, it really wasn't my decision at first. Like I said, I was against it. I did not want to do it at all. I was like, no, nope, not doing it. It was just obviously awkward. I didn't know the girls. I didn't know the language that well. I was like, no, Dad, no, Mom, not doing it. My dad was like, no, I really think you should, have an open mind and do it. And so I went and I cried, every single day I was there. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then it kind of just took off from there. Junior Finnish championships happened, got bronze, made a few event finals. I think got silver maybe on those. And then COVID happened, so obviously took that year off, and then went back in 2021, competed my first senior Finnish championships. I think I got bronze again, and also made a few event finals, and then I got chosen to go represent Finland at Europeans, and I was like, okay, maybe I can actually do this. I have some cool opportunities here that I can represent a country for.
I had to turn down a all-star team to do that. Yes.
I did. Yes,
2022,
I was so sad because I've always wanted to go on an all-star trip so bad. That was my biggest goal. Not even kidding. It wasn't nationals. It was the all-star trip.
Well, I remember your mom texting me and saying, well, she has decided. And in my mind, I'm like, have you decided that or did she decide? But she's not going. She has, her commitments. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I feel like you've gone to some pretty cool places, though.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
It's okay.
Yeah.
What all-star trip were you going to go on? Arizona?
That was the...
was
that the Panama trip, was it not?
Panama.
Where was 22? It would have been 20.
Rico? I don't even.
Was it Puerto Rico? I think that was the second.
I don't think you went out.
Then we went to Panama.
After COVID, I don't think y'all didn't go
It wasn't the Hawaii trip.
International.
You guys.
It wasn't the Hawaii. Yeah, it wasn't the Hawaii trip because that was after 2023. So
I'm so jealous.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Panama, Puerto Rico. I think it was my second Puerto Rico trip.
Your first Finnish nationals was that the one that, or was a later one? Which one did you win in your dad's? That was in your dad's hometown. Wasn't there one in your dad's hometown? I remember your mom saying one of them was because I made Northern Europeans. Okay, because I made a crap ton of T-shirts and dropped them off to your dad, and he was confused. Yes. I'm like, just take them with you, a whole box.
Yeah, no, my whole family wore them.
Yeah, because I knew it was whatever one was in the hometown of your whole family.
Yeah, so it was literally upstairs of the gym that my dad trained at his whole life, and where I trained.
Oh, that's cool.
That is so fun.
That's really cool. That's a full circle moment. That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
What was it like immerging yourself into their national team? Because, I'm sure that was difficult. Also with the language barrier, too, a little bit, even though you did say you can, understand.
Yeah.
But what was it like just to really just immerse yourself? Because now you would never know. You'd never been part of it. And with your name, you would know you're not from Finland anyway, because, that's a nice thing. You're not an American name, true American fitting in. My name is Josie Smith, and I am competing for Finland.
I'm Ashley Jones.
Ashley Jones.
Yeah.
You have.
And I have brown hair. You look Finnish.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
people I think when I first got there, they assumed that I spoke the language, and I was they were like, oh, okay, she just came out of nowhere. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm actually American. But yeah, hey, my first camp, I just remember crying. I I guess my coping mechanism was crying. I just cried to my mom all the time.
Oh,
I
no.
was literally a baby about it. Looking back at it, I'm like, wow, I was such a baby. Yeah. So I think I don't even know, because we had to have a Europeans like camp before we went to Europeans, and I think that might have been my first national team camp, maybe second. I'm not really sure. But there was like this girl, her name was Sunny, and she was, I think, 20 at the time when I was like 17 or something. And she was like the captain of the team. So she made me feel like super welcomed, and she spoke English very well. So she was like my partner and like would help me out and stuff, because the other girls were a little bit younger, like same age as me. So they weren't as, like, they were still shy to like talk to me, just as I was shy to talk to them. So she made me feel super welcome. And then on the trip at Europeans, I kind of got closer to the girls, and we started speaking to each other because we were like, okay, we can actually talk and not be shy. So I think after that's when I like really like opened up to the process and like being on a national team and being like, okay, I'm on a national team. That's pretty dang cool. And I just started going from there. Like after that competition, I was like, okay, yeah, let's see what I can do with this, and like really like submerge myself with this team and like be a part of like the team. And I think I tried learning the language, and I tried to like speak Finnish. So like, because obviously I'm going there and speaking English, they want to speak Finnish, no doubt about that. So I'm going to try my best, and they're going to try their best too to like help me feel welcomed. And I think after that, we just kind of grew closer as a team. And I feel like now they're like my sisters. And even though we still speak English, I feel like they're way more comfortable with me, and I'm way more comfortable with them. And sometimes they'll speak to me in Finnish, and I'll like answer. I'll be like, yeah, no, or I'll just like say something that I think they're saying, but it's not really true. But I think after my first like Europeans and like camp, I think I finally like started to get comfortable. Yes, obviously I still was a little bit hesitant going to camps at first. Like the first few days always are a little tricky, because I'm like, oh, camp, I want to go home. And then it would get better because I'd get closer to them by the end of camp. So I think, yeah, that first competition helped me a lot.
Finnish is hard. Like, I tried to learn it on Duolingo for like a hot second. It's hard.
You're not going to learn anything.
Hard.
You're not going to learn.
I tried. I think I can probably order coffee. I can probably order coffee. That's about it.
That's good.
There
Maybe.
we go.
Honestly, more than me.
That's important for Kim. So
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I can. That's probably all I can do is order coffee.
No, my mom speaks more Finnish than me. It's like crazy. Like she does Duolingo, and sometimes she'll like talk to Robert, and she'll be like, "Wait, so is it this word or is it this word?" And then sometimes it's like, "I am a wizard," because Duolingo is like so random. And Robert's like, "Well, I don't know when you're going to be saying I'm a wizard, but it's this word."
You know what? You'd be surprised how often people say I'm a wizard. Okay. God.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
The one camp that y'all did in Finland, I think, and Romania came, so you got to see Lilia.
Yes.
So I bet,
really fun.
And you saw her at like Worlds or Europeans a couple times. Like, how was that? Familiar face. That's fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it was really fun getting to see her, and I was so excited when I heard that the Romanian team was coming, and I texted her as soon as I found that out. I was like, "Are you coming to this like camp?" Because I never knew if she was back home or in Romania, but after like she came there, I talked to her and realized that she was staying in Romania like the whole time. But yeah, it was really nice getting to see her at the camp and getting to see her at World Championships and Europeans, and she's doing so amazing, and I'm so excited to see her at MSU too. So yeah, it was really nice getting to see her and talk to her about all the same things because we relate.
Yeah, and I have Team Lilia shirts too. So when we have her on the podcast eventually, I'll be ready.
This is why she has the apparel for everybody we have on our show. She just
perfect.
Her mom saw the Kaia shirts and wanted ones for their whole family, and then the Olympics came around and they wanted Olympic ones.
Well, yes, of course.
I outfitted all of Romania.
Crazy.
Yeah,
yes,
so
good. Well, you had a lot of experience leading into this particular year, but this year was a breakout year for you in the sense of you were able to win a very, important medal on the international scene, and that was at the Paris World Cup. You were a bronze medalist on floor, but you were the first Finnish female athlete ever to compete a double twisting double back on floor. And I'm asking you, and I'm asking Shannon, will you be doing this in college this year? But, because you do it so easily, but can you do it every weekend? Who knows? But anyway, what does that bronze medal? I mean, what was that bronze medal like for you? I mean, obviously, I probably could know what it was like. It was awesome and exciting and whatever. But a lot of work goes into that. But then being the first athlete ever for female in the Finnish, Gymnastics Federation to ever compete a skill. How is that? That's got to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really think about that because I'm just thinking about what I want to do the double because that's crazy skill. I'd feel so accomplished doing that just because I have been working on that skill for so long and so many years. Mm-hmm. And I finally got myself to do it. And I was training it at school, and then I was training it when I got to Finland before that competition, and they were feeling pretty good. And Whitney texted me, or she was telling me before I left, she was like, okay, no surprise doubles. It'll be ready for Worlds, no surprise doubles. I was like, okay, yes. And then I got to Finland and I was doing them, and then I did it on the floor. I was like, okay, they're feeling pretty good. And I texted
Surprise.
Whitney. I was like, hey, Whitney, so the doubles are feeling really good. I think I'm going to warm it up when I'm there. And so I did that, and then podium went good. I was like, I'm going to compete it. So I think I just finally being able to compete that skill after working on it so many years and having a mental break or a mental block for that skill specifically and tumbling in general, which I had going into the Olympic year of 2024, trying to compete at those World Cups to get the points to qualify since I didn't qualify at World Championships prior. And I ended up having a huge mental block on floor where I wouldn't even do a round of back handspring layout because I don't even know what happened. I felt like I forgot how to tumble, and I think I was putting so much pressure on myself to compete that double because I felt like that would have been the only way for me to get enough points to qualify, even though looking back, I think I would have been okay with my full in at the time. But I think for myself, I really want to do it, and then I just somehow got my head and couldn't tumble for 2 months. And finally just getting that skill out there and competing it back-to-back days and doing it 3 days in a row felt just kind of a relief. I don't know. I was like, wow, after all that, not really trauma, but trauma also of not being able to do anything on floor to competing a double successfully 2 days in a row and with no mat on the floor, no coach standing there, no spot, no nothing. I just was like, wow. And I felt comfortable doing it too. So I think it was just super it just felt like such an accomplishment being able to just compete it. And I wasn't even worried about the medal. And then finals happened, or I made finals, and I was like, okay. And I was first both days, the first competitor in qualifications and finals. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to breathe before my touch. I get one turn. And then I guess, and competing first ended up in my favor, and staying first throughout all the first 6 girls, I was like, oh my gosh, waiting, looking at the scores, every time someone's score came in, I was like, okay, I'm still in first. 4th person was going, I was like, okay. And then I think it was down to the last 2. It was Sabrina and Angelina, and 2 amazing gymnasts. And Sabrina, I was like, okay, yeah, Sabrina, yeah, she has 6.059 stars. She's got that. And then Angelina went, and I had beat her. I had gotten a better score on qualification. So I was like, okay, I could get second, maybe second would be really cool. And then she got her score, and it was a 10th higher than me or something. But her execution is just she's so pretty and elegant. And I was like, oh my God, I got a bronze medal. I just was so stoked because I was like, I think that's when it clicked, and I'm like, okay, I belong to be out here with these Olympians. And I was like, wow, I'm finally at the skill level that I've been wanting to be at for such a long time, and I finally have gotten the courage to compete these skills and do these skills. And I think just getting this bronze medal has shown me I still want to reach for more. And next year I'm aiming for a European gold medal. I'm so sorry, I just had to say that because
yes, let's go!
At Worlds, I was so close to a Worlds final on floor, and in all-around final, I was the 4th highest floor score. So I just know if I can do the same routine or better, that I can get a gold medal at Europeans or a medal. I'm just aiming for that. But
let's go.
So I think it just gave me more motivation.
So you just put out a goal with us, not your personal media source, which is Inside Gymnastics, because Inside Gymnastics loves Kaia Tanskanen.
Yeah, they do.
To God. They have posted you a ton this year, and I actually talked to a couple of them at championships. I'm like, oh, you guys really like Kaia, don't you? And I mean, it's just a great story. Yeah, I know.
Nate
but
goes to Mizzou, so
yes.
That's a little plus.
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
so funny. I always see all the time. I'm I open social media. It's inside gymnastics, Kaia. I'm like, my God, Kaia. I'm like, yes, we know.
Yes.
That's why I was like, it's so funny when like
just remember who covered Kaia first. Let's just say that. Kim, not me.
Kim.
With my splish splash.
Yes. Oh my
Your
God,
splish splash.
I'm gonna find that video. I'm gonna find it. Believe me. No, it's so funny because like this happened also like with Helen Hugh, like when other people discover how good you guys are, and we're just like, duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay.
Like, duh.
We've known that for 10, 15 years now,
like,
but that's fine. It's fine.
School that I coach diving at, we have this big, huge scoreboard now. It's great. We can watch things on it. So one day they're like, what do you want to put on it? I'm like, well, I really want to put gymnastics. Usually watch diving, obviously. I'm like, gymnastics. Yeah. And the boys are like, that's fine. We can watch gymnastics. And so we watched either Europeans or Worlds. And you're up there big and in all your glory doing beam. And I'm like, they're trying to ask me something. I'm like, stop. We're watching Kaia right now. I know her. I literally know her. And it's on my Snapchat. There's like diving Kaia. It was kind of fun. I'm like, we're watching this and you're not. We're going to watch this. I'm like, you can go when she dismounts. So I made everybody stop and watch. I'm like, we're watching her. So, in like Jumbotron.
Well, you ended this competitive season this year, a long year for you, at Worlds, your third Worlds, and you were actually, you went second in the second subdivision, not second, but you went in the second subdivision, and you sat in the floor top 8 for quite a while, through day 1 you did, for sure, and then into day 2, I think it was the second, after the American session and the next session, I think that's when you had been bumped out. I can't remember exactly, I was watching, I'm like, oh, that sucks. But you qualified to the all-around finals, which is your first all-around final at Worlds, and you finished 15th, if I'm not mistaken, which is 15th, huge. Yeah. Just talk about that experience and how, wrapping this 2025 year up with that type of performance and getting ready for your second year of college gymnastics. What that was like for you?
Yeah, I think going into Worlds, coming off of Paris, I was super excited that I had done the double-double, and I was so excited to do it at Worlds too. And then I came back to Mizzou to train, obviously, because there was a little bit of a break between. And I think I was working on a new bar routine, and that was a challenge just because bars, I'm not a natural bar swinger, so bars has always been a little bit challenging, even though it is my favorite event. So I love to do it, and I love to want to do these big routines, but it's still obviously hard work. So I think going into Worlds, I felt super confident on the other events. I was working a new vault, and that ended up not being 100% ready, so I just stuck with the cause. But I think going into Worlds, I had gone to Singapore for the week before just so I could adjust to the time change and stuff because it was 12 hours ahead and extremely hot there. And the gym that I trained at, Prime Gymnastics, they were super welcoming, super supportive, super nice. I loved them. They were so kind. But the gym was a little bit smaller. It was a circular gym, which I have never seen before. It was kind of interesting and unique, yeah. But so obviously I there wasn't a full vault runway, so I hadn't done vault that whole week, basically. I hadn't done beam mounts because there was no place to do beam mounts. So I was a little stressed going into Worlds, and I still hadn't made this bar routine. I had made it almost, or I made it, but maybe with a mistake or fall. And I'm stubborn, so stubborn. So I was like, no, I want to do this routine. My mom was like, no, let's just do the old routine. I was like, Mom, no, I'm this Worlds, I'm going to do it because this Worlds didn't qualify me to anything, obviously. So I was like, no, this is the time, I'm going to do it. And she was like, okay, well, risk and reward. So I was like, okay, so you're just saying that all around finals out, I hear, okay, that's what you're saying. And she was like, no, but we have to make the routines and stuff. I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And so I ended up making that bar routine, and I was so pleased, and we started on bars. And then going to beam, I was like, okay, just stay on the beam, please. I've been so consistent at school showing my beam routines. Let's just do the same thing here. And I had done that until the wolf turn. And those Tyshawn beams are no joke with turning shoes. I swear everyone left and right was turning on those wolf turns.
There were so many, yes. So many falls in those.
Fell 3 days in a row. And then on beam finals, she did a full turn and made it. I was like, well, yes. Literally, it was so bad. So I did the same thing making all around final. I did a full turn. But anyway, I didn't fall, but I put my hands down, so it counted as a fall. But then floor, I did the double again, and I ended with a full in.
Full in.
So
yes,
that was
successfully.
Because
Because at where was it that you actually fell on it? Was it in
podium training?
Podium training. That's right. Yeah, 'cause I saw that. I knew you fell on it, and I was like, oh, but it looks pretty good. I told your mom, she's like, yeah, I don't know, nervous mom. And you went, and I was like, you're in the corner getting ready to your full in, and I'm like, come on, Kai, you can do this. Just put it on your feet. But then I was like, is she gonna double back? Will she double pike? Maybe she will.
There
and I was like,
also
what?
that thought, because I was like, again, it was my first time doing the routine successfully in the qualifications, because you do get that extra little bit of adrenaline, so it helped me a little bit. But I was like, before the corner, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do the full in. I think I have enough energy. And then I went to run. I was like, full in, I'm going to do it. And then I made it. I was pleased, very pleased. And then it was good enough to get me to all-around final, and I was just so ecstatic, like, that I made it to a world's all-around final. I was like, wow, this is crazy, like, oh my God. And then I was so close to a floor final too, and that was also one of my like goals up there, because I had added the full in, and I was literally 1/10 away from it, so it was a little frustrating.
It's gonna happen. It'll happen.
Yeah. And then in the all-around final, it was just super fun, and I wanted to go out there and enjoy it, and I still had that goal of doing the best I could and like wanting to get the best placement I ever could, or Finland could. And I made my bar routine again, so that was super exciting. And I think I ended on bars, and I started on beam. And I went, like, last on beam. And I was like, my mom was like, it's okay. This is beam lineup at school. Like, this is just preparing you to anchor. I was like, yeah, you're right, Mom. I'm just going to pretend I'm 6. And then I made my mount, and I made my triple series, so that was good. And then I was like, I got to the turn, and I was like, I'm just doing one, because, the rest of the routine's been good so far. Not messing that up. And the meet just went on, and made my full in again for the last pass and my double, and I was just super proud of myself for training that whole week in Indonesia. Just is a lot on your body. The equipment's hard. It's brand new. You have to get used to it. So it was like really hard to like do the double every day, not every day, but every other day, or when I felt like I really needed to do it, and routines and stuff. And so I think I was just super, super happy with myself overall, just being able to compete multiple days in a row, and being so close to a floor final, and being 15th in the world. Like, that's just so crazy to me, and it just gives me more motivation to come back and build more on my D score on every event. So, yeah, I'm glad that I got a little break now, though, before school season. Yeah, and I ended up tearing my nail off, so more of a break.
I was
going with, did you break a nail? So
yes.
Like ripped the whole nail off?
I did, yes. I got surgery for it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah, I got surgery. I was doing the tramp belt, and I was doing a drill that Shannon had me do. It was a new drill, so I didn't really know what to expect. And, okay, to be honest, my nails this was half the length of my nails.
Oh.
That I had on, and they were like almond, so they were rounded. And I went to go like save myself somehow, and my nail got caught in the tramp bed, and when I like got pulled back up from the belt, I just felt it. I was like, oh my God, okay, my acrylic's off. That hurt really bad. And then I went to go look, and my whole nail is just like, the whole root is off.
Oh my God, that's not just the nail, that's like
yes.
Yeah, the whole like root came out. So I went to the ER, and they were like, my trainer was like, okay, I think they're going to have to remove that. And then I was like, okay, that's fine as long as my nail grows back. And the ER people were like, yeah, it's 50-50 chance if your nail grows back. So we're just going to try to tuck it back under and like make it straight. They did not do a good job. It was crooked, very crooked. And it was bad. And then I saw a hand specialist, and she was like, yeah, no, we need to get this taken off. Your nail bed looks damaged. Your skin's cut. Like, I was like, is the nail going to grow back, though? And she was like, yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't it? I said, oh, the ER told me 50-50, so. And she was like, no, they're lying. So I ended up getting surgery for it. And they removed my nail, put stitches under my skin because my nail bed was damaged, I guess, and then put my nail back on. And now I have 2 stitches holding my nail in place. And then I get my stitches out Wednesday, and then the nail will fall off and a new one will grow in. So
that's nice.
Yeah, so I've had like 2 weeks now of nothing. I couldn't sweat all last week either.
I couldn't sweat.
I couldn't sweat.
No, I wasn't allowed to, and it's my hands, so it's like I literally can't do anything because my hands sweat so easily.
Sweat. Like, I get out of the shower and start sweating. Like,
right?
Like, how do you not sweat?
I was like, I literally can't do anything.
That's like literally taking a broken nail to like the next level. That is
exactly.
Oh yeah. I didn't even know you could get surgery for a broken nail.
Well, you just did.
You do now.
Right.
You do now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I think this was a blessing in disguise, honestly, just because I had gone through such a long season, going from NCAA to Finnish championships, Europeans, then World Cup, then World. So I think, honestly, a blessing in disguise that's telling my body, like, you need this 2-3 week break.
Yeah. I mean, God didn't give you something else. He's just like, let's just break her nail and it's fine.
Yes, exactly.
Just a small inconvenience, a small annoying inconvenience.
Yes, except that was the worst pain I think I've ever experienced in my life.
Oh, I'm
my goodness.
I'm sure. Oh, that's like...
That was painful.
I mean, if somebody kidnapped me and wanted, like, state secrets, I don't know state secrets, but if they did, you either have to do dental work or, like clean my teeth or pull my nails out, because, I wouldn't, like, when they... Ooh.
Yeah, no. My trainer was like, as soon as I first did it, she was like, okay, let's run it under some water and to clean it. I was like, Maria, I'm going to pass out. The pain is so bad. I cannot. And she was like, okay, lay on the floor.
But don't sweat.
Yeah, don't sweat. But you didn't know that yet. But don't sweat.
Yeah, but still.
It was bad.
Yeah. Oh, just, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to end. So it wasn't the 15th place all around finish. It was your third world. It was your nail falling off. That's your finish to the season.
You need to rest. Here's your nail.
It was literally so funny too, because when I got back from Worlds, Shannon was like, "We're not going to do anything this week. Just keep it really light, stretching, tramp, and stuff." Something still happened.
Broke a nail.
Yeah.
To the nth degree.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on from that, there's no transition for that one.
No, you can't transition.
I can't transition from broken nail to the next question at all. That's it. It's done. So anyways, let's talk about the adorable boyfriend of yours, Robert Kermes. Kermes, is it Kermes? Am I saying that right?
Well, that's how I say it, but it's Kermes.
Okay, well, it's Kermes in American. It's Kermes in American.
Yeah. My brother calls him Kermes.
But Kermes sounds much better. So he's adorable, by the way, and you two together are adorable, by the way. But the most adorable thing that has happened recently in the last whatever months is you guys competed in Euros as that little mixed competition.
Yeah.
Can we get any more cuter than that? Like... And you guys had there was a heart thing happening, and then Inside Gymnastics loved it, of course.
Oh, of course. Well, no, that was posted many, many times and talked about 4 different times in the same event.
Yeah,
5 different photos, and it was hilarious.
I mean, I don't feel like anybody else competed. It was just the athletes
anyone else in
Finland.
this meet? How did they not place? I don't understand.
I think they honestly listen. I think they just added that to Worlds for you two. That's what it was. Probably. They're both going to be here. Let's try this event out. It's fine. So talk a little bit about A, competing with Robert, and B, competing in the new mixed pairs thing that they want to do. How was it?
Yeah, I had an interview with Inside Gym.
Of course you did.
About this topic. And I think we were just guinea pigs. We were the test subjects. It was new. No one knew what to expect. No one knew what it was going to be like. Literally no idea. And then we found out that the event was happening before even going to Europeans, and me and Robert were like, oh my gosh, how cool would this be if it was me and you competing? So that was, I think, our goal going into Europeans. We weren't even worried about ourselves doing good. We were just worried about okay, let's make this mixed team final or whatever. And I think it was me and one other girl doing all around, I believe. So I was like, okay, I have to beat her to get this. And then same thing, he had to get better scores on these certain events to make it, and there was one other guy doing the same events who was also pretty good, and so we were like, okay, we got this, we can do this, and then we made it, and we were like, oh my god, yay. And it was just so exciting to get to compete with him and figure out this new competition with him. And I think we tried to strategize a little bit, but again, weren't really sure how it worked, because it was girls did vault, beam and floor, and men did floor, high bar, and P bars or something. I'm not really sure. We were like, okay, what if we did our best event first to get us to the second round, and then our second best, and then because we were like, we don't think we're gonna win a medal or get a medal, but we'll try to get to the furthest amount of rounds we can get to. And so he was like, okay, my best event's floor, so I'll do that. I said, okay, my best event is probably floor, but my highest scoring event is probably vault because it's just consistent. So I'll do that. And then, He fell on the floor, sadly. So maybe we could have made it to another round. Who knows? I guess woulda, coulda, shoulda. But he was like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's fine. It's okay. I don't really care. I'm just happy we got to compete together. And he was like, yeah, this was a pretty fun experience. So yeah, I think it was just really fun. And like, it was fun, like getting to strategize and like figure out what we were going to do to get furthest in the competition, even though that didn't work out. But it was just fun getting to compete with him and like getting to hear him cheer for me so close and then me cheering for him so close, like, and being on like the floor with him. I think it was just a different experience and it was really fun.
Did he cheer for you in Finnish?
No, he cheers for her in English.
In
English, because I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you in the like at Worlds when because he filmed all your routines.
He's so loud.
And yeah, can you hear him? Could you hear him? Because he is loud. Go Kaia, go Kaia!
Yeah.
Like screaming, and I was like, wow.
I rewatched the videos and I just hear him being like, "Come on, girl!" And I laughed so hard at that. That's so funny. I don't hear him on beam. I definitely block out everybody on beam, but on floor I can hear like all the Finnish guys. All the Finnish guys in the crowd are so loud. Like his roommate too is so loud, and I can just hear them so clear. And his brother Oscar, he's like, because he was head of delegation with us at Worlds, and so he came with like the girls' podium to like video and stuff. And he's like the cheerleader of like, if NCAA gymnastics was there, he was them. Like he was the cheerleader for us.
Nice.
And it's just so funny. But yeah, I can definitely hear him in the crowd.
That's so funny.
I find it funny that you find the athlete that has the same similar like family as you do to like Finnish gymnastics. That's hysterical. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Why does his parents coach too?
Yeah, his dad is his coach.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
His brother's involved in the.
His brother was at the 26 Olympics.
Kim told me that.
Cousin was at the 2020 Olympics. His whole like family is also Swedish, who were Swedish national team gymnasts. So he's like literally grown up in gymnastics, and his family is gymnastics, and his dad's his coach now too. So
this is definitely the Finnish version of the it's the doppelganger.
Yeah. Yes.
But when I saw that you had a boyfriend and he was from Finland, I was like, of course he is. That checked right out for me.
I didn't plan on that happening, and then I met him at my first international meet, or second, at the Paris World Cup, which is where I met him, like, for the first time, actually. But it was such a funny story of how I met him. I tell everyone this. I was going into the elevator, because at one of the national training centers, like, the men's national team, like, trains at this gym, like, all year round, and, like, they live there and have schooling and stuff, and the girls, there's, like, a few who go there, and so I was training with the girl, Sunny, who was, like, the captain of the team at the time, and so I was going to this World Cup with her, so I went there to train, like, get prepared, get used to her and stuff, and I was leaving to go to the airport, and he was in the elevator, and he was like, where are you going? Or, like, yeah, he said, where are you going? I said, oh, Paris. And he goes, oh, no, I meant what floor? And I was like, oh, one. But I didn't know it was Robert at the time until I got to the airport and was like, that's embarrassing.
And I'm going to Paris,
and then I met him in Paris, and yeah.
There we are.
Nice.
The rest is history.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, you guys are like the most adorable. It's the adorableness is
Thank you.
There's just so much adorableness. I love it.
That's funny. Well, I always try to reach out to some people in your life or that have something related to you in some way or the other, and ask a question or ask for a question from them. Well, our first one is Whitney. Whitney has a question for you, and she wants to know, how did the college season, you kind of talked a little bit, but how did the college season help prepare you for your elite season, and then flip it? How did your elite preparation in this past fall prep you for this year's college season?
I would say that the college season prepared my elite season by helping me be more consistent in the competitive side of things, because you do in college compete every weekend, and you do get more comfortable going out there and competing every weekend and consistent with your routine. So I think that definitely helped my elite season and me with like my routines and feeling confident and prepared and ready for them. So that was definitely like what helped me, I think, most from college going to elite. And I feel like for elite going to college, just having the endurance to do the skills in elite and like the longer routines, I think has helped me prepare for college, because now I can definitely focus on like the cleanliness and the technical side of the routine, because it will be a like shorter routine. So I think being able to do those routines definitely has helped me realize like if I can do those elite routines, then I can definitely like do these college routines. And now all I need to do is like really hone in on the details, which college also helps with the elite side of that as well. So I think there's a lot that help both sides. And so I think just honestly anything that I do, college or elite, will help the other and vice versa.
Cool. Yeah, and that's Whitney Snowden. She is the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches at Missouri. And she actually used to be a Region 5 coach, for those who don't know.
Yes.
She used to coach at Cincinnati Gymnastics. So so we know her well, but wanted to reach out to your coach. And then one that was one of my favorite Missouri athletes ever has kind of crossed paths and did the opposite of you. Not the opposite, but
gosh.
like, so Alona Kretzer had a comment for you, and she obviously was at Missouri while you were still in club gymnastics, and then she went to your club to coach for a year while you went to Missouri for a year. So it was just kind of weird, that transition there. But she has two questions for you. She wanted to know how you balance the skill training needed for both college and elite, being that they're very different. And I think you've answered a little bit, but since it was her question. So
I think after that freshman year, figuring it out, I think we just found a way that works. And me being able to figure out my schedule for school and when I can come in and practice extra, and what meets are really important to focus on those elite routines, or what meets I really need to focus on that college routines that weekend or whatever. So I think just after that freshman year, figuring it out of what's most important at that time and really honing in on each day and each week, and because it goes day by day, and just really focusing on one day at a time instead of focusing on like the competition that's next or this competition or whatever, because I can't focus on that to get both my college and elite skills or whatever it needs to be done get done. So I think just from that first year, it really helped us figure out what to do and how to balance it and scheduling and all that.
And then a very good question, and I'm glad she asked this because this is very important, and especially since you're going to be doing this for the next few years, this type of schedule, even though you said it may be a little lighter, at least to start this coming year. But how do you prevent burnout? Because you're balancing both college and elite, and that's quite difficult, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think just really listening to my body and communicating with the coaching staff, athletic trainers, whoever it is helping me with like keeping my body healthy. I definitely would say really, really listening to my body, even when there's a small ache or pain, just really communicating that too, because my coaches are so like, they listen very well to our wants and needs and stuff. And I think they know us to know like when something's really hurting or when we can push through and when we need to push through. And so I think this past year, it has been a challenge because I have been going for a long time. So I think them helping me realize like, oh, you need to go on rod floor this day, or, oh, we need to do hard routines or whatever. And then obviously the recovery aspect and our trainer and lift coach and athletic trainer, they're definitely like super helpful with the treatments and getting my body to get enough rest and like helping me get my strength and stuff. So I think just all the resources that we have together help me overall prevent the burnout of my body, and just really being able to communicate and listen to my body as well.
That's awesome, and that's good, because that's gonna be a very big part, because I'm sure you're going to do both. Leading into LA, we'll see if you end up doing college in 2028 as the Olympic year. But obviously, we'll see where that happens. But that's definitely got to be a balance, and good to you. I mean, we're excited that we get to see both, because we know it's awesome to watch and see, and knowing you as like we do, kind of watch and you go through all of that is fun.
Yeah.
But, good. Perhaps to Alona, we'd like to say congratulations. She is the Southern Connecticut assistant coach this year. So she was. I talked to her at regionals, level 6, 7, 8, I believe. Regionals during lunch, and she said, "Yeah, I'm getting out of the sport, for a little while. I'm gonna be, doing some things. She's getting married, whatever, and all that stuff." And then I realized she's assistant coach at Southern Connecticut. So that's really cool. So, but she was very happy to ask a question. She was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm glad you thought about me." I was like, "I had to." Just due to the crisscross that you guys had, leave Mega to come to Missouri, and she comes to Missouri to leave
so funny.
Missouri to Mega.
She was like the first person, like me and the like freshmen sophomores now, but the girls in my class, like Olivia and Rayleigh, I think, were there at the time, and she went like shopping with us because she was graduating and stuff. So, but she was still there, and she just helped us like set up our dorms and everything, and yeah. She was the first person like that really helped us move in and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was at Mega until when did I see?
Yeah, well,
it may have just
she was going to work at Costco.
Oh, that nice.
Yeah, she was moving to Michigan for her girlfriend or fiance now, and she was like, my mom was like, hey, so do you think she needs a job? And I texted her because we were in Paris watching the Olympics at the time, and I texted her. I was like, hey, you're going to Michigan, so do you need a job? And she was like, I'm going to work at Costco. I was like, well, do you want to work at my mom's gym? And she was like, let me think about it. And then she ended up working there.
I mean, I think I'd rather work there than maybe Costco.
Right, yeah.
I mean, nothing against Costco, but let's use our talents. No. Let's put our talents to work here.
Yeah, and I think she really liked it, so that was good.
What should we expect to see from Missouri Tigers this year?
Amazingness, greatness, awesomeness, just all of the above.
All the ness.
Yes, just
I like
everything. Like, same as last year or even better. We're going to go out there and do the same thing. We have a lot of great freshmen that came in, a lot of great transfers, and obviously we had a huge graduating senior class too that had a lot of talent, and that contributed to this team. But this year it's a new team, and we're ready to go out there and do better than what we did last year and go out there and attack every meet. Like, it's a new meet, new season every year. I don't know. Just go out there and do our best and be on top.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. Ow. Missouri
is
ready. Missouri is ready. I hope you add another velvet leotard to your mix of leotards at Missouri.
I'll let Whitney know.
Yeah, let her know. I love the velvet leotard. That's just me. Maybe a keyhole back.
I do love
it. Get one of those.
And the double to your floor too.
That's a maybe. Me and Shannon did talk about that.
I mean, save it for the end though. Like, we don't need to open first day with that. Like, we can.
No, yeah. He was honestly thinking at NCAA's.
Yeah. Do it then. Do it then, because that's kind of also
the podium.
Yes.
I need a little bit of the bounce.
You could do it. Then do it at the Lou. Don't do your own podium for that meet. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah,
we'll see. Whenever. Speaking of this double-double that is named after you only in Finland, are there any other skills in your career that you have practiced in the gym or that you wish you could do or like wish you could compete that you just haven't yet,
or
other than the one you just did? Like, do you have any new ones, or are there just any that you like dribble back into the foam pit off the trampoline and you're like, I want to do this?
What skill will you be competing for the first time in Finnish gymnastics women's history next time?
Yeah.
I definitely don't know. Bars, I'm always trying to do new things. I did that straddle back half for my handstand. That's very new to me. Yeah. But I love doing that skill, actually. I love it. I've grown to love it. It was such a inconsistent and hard skill to learn, but now that I did it, I was like, okay, wow, I made a big deal out of nothing. But a skill I really want to compete is the Yurchenko double full, but my mind is stopping me from doing that. So once we get over those Yurchenko mental blocks, it'll be there.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm also working front handsprings now, so maybe a front handspring Rudy would be cool.
I'm working front handsprings.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, front handspring bolts.
It's been a while, huh? It's been a while since you've had to do a front handspring, yeah?
Yeah. But, it might be my college belt now.
That's fine. You
front handspring pike half.
There we go. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a fun series of questions for you about your teammates. So what teammate inspires you the most?
That's so hard. There's so many.
I mean, you can name more than one. It doesn't have to be
one that graduated, Amari Celestine.
Oh, I love her.
Look up to her both in and out of the gymnastics world. She also did the same major I did, and she was just so hardworking within her academic side of things too, and she did so many great things. So definitely Amari Celestine, and another one that is currently on the team still, Grace Ann Davis. She just went through her Achilles injury, and she's finally coming back, and I'm just so proud of her, and she just always helps me, and I feel like she's helped me definitely throughout this college experience so far, and she definitely was there for my first year, and she was like, hey, we do this or we do that or whatever. And she was definitely helping me like rights and wrongs. And yeah, so those two.
Who is the teammate who is your biggest support system?
Probably my roommates, Olivia Kelly and Ayla Acevedo. Definitely biggest support system. I mean, just living with them, being with them all the time. They've become like sisters to me, and we all support each other. And I feel like, yeah, definitely them.
Okay. Which teammate is most similar to you?
I literally have no idea. Looks wise, it's Dakota. Everyone confuses me and her all the time, but like personality, yeah. I guess when I was in Finland, they were like, Kaia, I didn't know you were back, but it was Dakota. And
oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Personality wise, I actually don't know. Maybe my roommates again, just because we are with each other so often that we like tend to do the same things or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. The teammate who has made the biggest impact on your life.
These are hard questions, Kim.
Deep.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I do not know. Can I just say the whole team?
Sure. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Okay, and the last one, since I like things in fives, nice numbers. The teammate that can do something that you wish you could do, like anything, like whether it's like in gymnastics, like your body, you just can't do it, and they can. You're like, oh my god, I wish I could do that, or just like in general.
Hannah Horton, for sure. I wish I had her springiness. Like we have to test jumps at lift, and she literally looks like she's floating in the air for a good like 2 seconds. She jumps like we get like I don't know, iPad that tells us our inches and stuff. Yep. She jumps 20.
Oh wow.
I jump 11. I think I'm the lowest on the team, no joke. I don't know how to jump, like, without any, like, run or anything.
Run or punching.
Yeah. Our lift coach, he's like, it doesn't make sense how you can do a double-double, but you can't jump higher than 11 inches. I'm like, I don't know either. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
so
put a round off and a back handspring in front of it, and you might be able to jump higher. Like, come on.
So Hannah's jumping abilities, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's a great one. That is a good one. It's a good one. So how can you best describe your gymnastics career so far, and what do you look forward to in the next the next couple of years, 2 years at Mizzou, or in general?
I would describe it as a roller coaster. It's definitely a journey, and being at where I am now is just such an accomplishment, and I feel like through all the highs and lows, like gymnastics has taught me so much. It's taught me both inside and outside of the gym and made me the person I am today. So I think definitely I would describe it as a roller coaster, both good and bad. And I just plan on continuing to grow myself and grow my gymnastics and accomplish more goals and win more medals as at Mizzou and get All-American at Mizzou, and even on the elite stage get medals and get my name out there and tell people who I am and show my gymnastics journey to the world.
Well, we know who you are. Inside Gymnastics is doing a really good job with letting us know.
Thank you.
Well, for all of those Kaia Tanskanen fans that may follow you on Inside Gymnastics and hopefully the Region 5 Insider, but don't necessarily know where to follow you personally, where is the best place to follow Kaia Tanskanen?
You can follow me on Instagram at kaia.gym2023 or TikTok, kaia.tan2.
And Inside Gymnastics.
Yes, and Region 5 Insider.
And Region 5 Insider.
And all the things. Just type Kaia Tanskanen into Google and it'll all come for you.
Exactly. It'll just come all out. So, well, thanks, Kaia. We appreciate it. This has definitely been fun. I know I've been wanting to get you on our podcast for a long time. And, of course, I picked the wrong times to ask you to be on our podcast. So this one definitely fit after your nail issue. Thank God, you have some time off right now. But we're happy to have you on, and I'm glad we got this opportunity. We look forward to your sophomore year at Missouri. And then, of course, more to come from your Finland days of gymnastics still to come. So we're definitely excited about that. So thank you so much for being on our podcast, and we really had a great time.
Yeah, thank you.
We know you enjoy our podcast and want more people to find out how awesome it is, because let's be real, it is. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the Region 5 Insider podcast. Thank you to all of our supporters, because without you, we would not be doing this. Follow us on all of our social media accounts for the most up-to-date information on what's going on with our R5 alums all season long.
And remember, please review us. Please rate us, review us. Thanks again to Kaia for taking time to join us for a chat. We are excited to see her take on sophomore year and where her elite journey takes her in the next 3 years. Make sure you follow our 2 podcast channels for more info on our upcoming preview the 2026 competition season, and we'll talk to you soon for more spine-saving coverage of our Region 5 alums. And as always, remember, follow, like, and subscribe. Peace out, Region 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
I'm a Region 5. Ready or not, here I come, coming in hot. I'ma take my body for a spin.